Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's Taibar Shad here. My roll number is BP1650237. I belong to the group 48. The topic of my group is the contraception, while my subtopic is the hypertension. Starting with the main topic, contraception. What's contraception? It's a method used to prevent the pregnancy by interfering with the normal process of the evaluation, that is release of an egg from an ovary, fertilization and the implantation. What's the purpose of the contraception? Every month, woman's body process that can potentially lead to the pregnancy. An egg mature, this mucus is secreted by the cervix changes to be more inviting the sperm and the lining of the uterus. Grows in the preparation for receiving a fertilized egg. Any woman who wants to prevent the pregnancy must use a reliable form of birth control which is designed to interfere with the normal process and thus preventing the pregnancy. There are different kinds of the birth control that act at different sites in the process from ovulation through fertilization up till the implantation. What are the types of the contraception? On the basis of the working of the contraception, they are divided into following groups. First one, we have the hormonal methods. These are different medications used to prevent the ovulation. These includes the Depo-Provera injection and the Norplant. Second one, we have the barrier method that acts as a barrier which prevents the sperm from getting into the and fertilizing the egg. It includes the diaphragm, cervical caps, and the spermicides which kill the sperm at the spot. Third one, we have the intrauterine devices. These devices are inserted into the uterus which can prevent the fertilized egg from implanting in the lining of the uterus. Fourth, we have the tubal ligation. It's the medical procedure, is a permanent form of the contraception in which fallopian tube is either tied or burnt so that sperm can't reach the egg and hence no fertilization takes place and no pregnancy is there. Now starts the combined oral contraceptive drugs. What are these? These are designed to be taken orally and the function is that it alters the menstrual cycle because it contains a combination of estrogen and progesterone, which prevents the ovulation because it thins the uterine lining and thicks the cervical mucus. Thus, it impenetrable for the sperm to come in. It includes estradiol plus dinogastrel, ethinyl estradiol plus doxorubicin. These are the risks which associated with these drugs like thrombosis, hypertension, stroke, and the pulmonary embolism. Now, starting with the main topic that is hypertension. So, have to know what is hypertension. Hypertension is defined as a systolic blood pressure is greater than 140 millimeter of mercury and the sustained diastolic blood pressure is above than 90 millimeter of the mercury. Then we have to know which people are more likely to develop the hypertension. It includes the smokers, inactive persons, obese persons, people who are using the contraceptive pills, people who are taking too much fatty foods or take too much salt content in their diet, and the pregnant women because these all are factors can boost the blood pressure which can lead to the hypertension. Now starting with the case study. An obese 26-year-old woman experienced hypertension during all of her pregnancies. She restarted low overall after her last pregnancy. She continues to smoke a half pack of cigarettes per day. Her blood pressure before starting the combined oral contraceptive was 126 over 76 millimeter of mercury. Today, her blood pressure is 146 by 96 millimeter of mercury. So, what's the mechanism of combined oral contraceptive induced hypertension? And can she continue taking Loral considering her history of the hypertension during pregnancy? Now we have subject of this case study is that age 26 years, gender obviously it's a woman, history half pack of cigarettes per day, sheet complaint is the hypertension is there, Family history not mentioned here. Current medication, she is using the Loral, that is ethinyl estradiol plus norgestrel. The object of this study is that we have the blood pressure report, that is 146 over 96 millimeter of mercury. Other reports are not provided here. Now, the assessment of this case study is that her blood pressure before starting the combined oral contraceptive was 126 over 76 millimeter of the mercury, and after starting the combined oral contraceptive, it is 146 over 96, which is an indication of the hypertension. So we have to know what's the mechanism of combined oral contraceptive that induce the hypertension. It's the sodium and water retention because it increases the renin activity. Because estrogen that is present in these drugs, it stimulates the hepatic production of renin substrate angiotensinogen, which play their role by constricting the blood vessels that results in the increase of the blood pressure that leads to the hypertension. So proper medication should be prescribed, which can cause relief from the hypertension. Now moving towards the plan of this case study. She have to start using low dose drugs such as 20 microgram of the ethinyl estradiol, which is Levite or Epri, or one with less progestin and estrogen such as ortho-tricycline. And effect of this change in medication on her blood pressure should be monitored. She have to continue her medication but in a low dose because estrogen and progesterone appear to contribute in hypertension in a dose-dependent fashion. Different therapies are there. Estrogen should be avoided in those with hypertension because it increases the blood pressure while also increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases like the myocardial infarction and the ischemic stroke. With high doses of the ethinyl estradiol causing a greater risk of the cardiovascular diseases as compared to the lower doses, while the combined hormonal contraception or also increase the risk of the hypertension as compared to the alone uses of hormonal therapies. Now, progestin methods are considered to be safe in the hypertension, so she have to be taken only progestin pills, which include the etonogastrel implants as well. DMP, which is the injectable progestin, are useful in some cases, but some data shows that it increases the lipid level with its long-term use. So the patient with the cardiovascular diseases like hypertension, hyperlipidemia should avoid these injectables. Non-hormonal methods include behavioral methods, withdrawal, copper intrauterine devices, permanent contraception via vasectomy are safe for the hypertensive patients. Long-acting reversible contraceptives like intrauterine devices and implants are the best choice due to their high efficacy and the good safety profiles. That's all. Thank you.